I heard neck kisses are Strahd's favorite.
Alright, it looks like we've got everybody.
I just had to make a good old meme for you, Eric.
Say that again?
It's in Chris and Strahd, so I made you as a DM on the alignment chart.
Aw, thanks. I like how there's no neutrality. It's not even a thing.
You are chaotic and evil in the most lawful way.
I'll take that as the true compliment it was intended to be. Awesome, we've got everybody. Old Man did message me. He may or may not spend the whole session with us. He's feeling a little bit under the weather, so he might duck out at some point. Hopefully he doesn't, but if he does, then we'll figure it out. It's okay.
What's that?
Sorry, buddy.
Let's start off. Let's have everybody roll a d20. Winner takes all.
Big money, low roll.
Oh, nice.
Yes!
Middle of the pack roll. Okay.
Ha!
Oh,
beat
no. Oh, dear, what's going
Ah,
on?
Rhaegar coming in from behind.
Yeah!
ya. Winning by 1.
I won.
No, I'm 1.
And let me tell you what you won!
So,
Oh,
Rhaegar,
yeah, Ophiro won.
tell us what happened last
Wait.
session.
Didn't Ophiro win? Roll
No.
a 1.
Highest roll wins.
Oh, okay. Alright. Oh, okay, what the hell did we do last time? Okay, so... Last time. God. Alright, so...
It was RP Heaven.
Yeah, guys, what the hell did we do last time? Somebody start me off.
We tried to sleep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
the whole
basically
session
what it was.
we tried to sleep.
Party tries to sleep for 3 hours.
Oh, God.
We
Yeah,
got invited
did,
to
didn't we?
Strahd's for a dinner party.
Yeah.
I think we're the dinner.
Oh, God, yeah.
Well, who's gonna bring the party
and
then?
okay, yeah, and Johan kept... Okay, alright, yeah. And there was a dog, and it kept barking. Yeah, Johan summoned a dog, and it kept barking and waking everybody up. And, yeah, Rhaegar was really pissed off about that. Okay, so... How's it... I don't remember what what happened in what order, though. Okay, so...
We
Jeez.
tried to sleep, and Morgantha showed up
Yeah, she showed
in
up
the
and-
ethereal, and Johan could see her, so he went after her.
Yeah.
His spectral dog, or whatever it was, his guardian, we couldn't see him because he was in the ethereal also.
It was
Was
invisible.
barking and
We hear
barking,
him.
but we could hear
Yeah.
him, yes.
His alarm hound that was invisible was barking, and it was trying to attack... Who? Which one of us?
Ophiro, I think, wasn't it?
Yes.
Who do you think? It's always me. Leave me alone. I just want to sleep.
And there was also wolves earlier on in the night. Or we thought there were wolves.
That was right after that. Wolves came
Oh.
in. They just ran around and played with us.
Basically the entire night was just to keep us awake.
I
Like
tried to
Strahd
use a
was
spell
basically
and failed.
yeah. Strahd was basically just messing with us, trying to keep us awake and trying to give us exhaustion, I believe, was what that entire thing was. And then we got an invitation from his butler, Rahadin, I believe was his name, right?
You are correct.
Wow,
Aha!
that's good. I didn't know that one.
No, I remember names of NPCs. I can't remember people's real names, but NPCs got it. Yes, no, so he came, creepy butler guy, and he gave us all an invitation to Strahd? To Ravenloft?
Yes,
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
I
So
wouldn't
we're
call it
all invited to
invitation.
dinner.
but yeah.
Welcome.
And you didn't consult me on any of it.
Oh,
Nope,
no, yeah,
sure
no,
didn't.
yeah, did not consult anybody. Was just like, yeah, we'll go.
We didn't have much of a choice, boys. I'm sorry.
We
True.
really haven't discussed it, so
And that reminds me,
Yeah.
I don't think we ever rolled for our wounds either.
No, we didn't.
Because you never
No,
actually
we had
finished
just-
your long rest, although I
Hey.
think
I definitely did. Only need 4 hours.
you
Yeah,
guys,
we had just woken up, right?
Yeah, I think basically at the end of the session, Johan was the one who was still awake, and he was kind of deciding whether to wake you guys up or not. With the
Yeah,
coming
Johan
of
doesn't need to
light.
sleep, right?
He could stay
That's-
awake, and as long as he did like quote unquote light activity, if my memory serves, then he gets the benefits of a long rest.
Okay.
Kind of
gotcha.
like your meditation. And I
also
think-
Mace got fed up at the end and went outside screaming and yelling at Strahd,
yes, he
saying, "If you want us to come, we need to get our freaking rest." And then he went back in and flopped down on the floor.
Yeah.
that is true.
Wait, did I miss anything? Did somebody had a dream, didn't they? Or did that not happen?
I don't think
don't-
anybody slept long enough to have a
I said,
dream.
it all kind of seemed like a nightmare, but that's just this world.
Okay, yeah.
I think I'll just double check here. Um,
After he made that speech, by the way, up to the sky,
right.
it did calm down.
One other thing did happen as well towards the end of the night, which happened just before Mace's speech. The image of Johan's wife was scratching at the outside of your little
Yeah.
hovel.
Of his hut. That
Yeah.
wife.
And I believe that, again, the dog saw her and started barking and woke everyone up. And then when I believe Johan, I think it was Johan who like kind of
No,
struck out at her, and she just kind of
No,
collapsed.
No, Ophira did.
Oh,
That was
Ophira.
me.
Yeah, Ophira
Johan said that my wife is dead,
Mhm.
and very confidently, and Ophira was like, "Well, if she's dead, then this is undead, and all undead deserve to die." And like staring him right in the eye, and then he pierced it and killed her.
Awkward moment. Awkward
Didn't
pause.
kill Johan though. Didn't kill Johan. Just killed his wife.
That's fair. That's fair. Okay. I don't think anyone
Re-killed.
had any dreams. No, like Ophira might have had one, had the hag not been caught out, but Johan's good thinking in advance by setting that guard dog up did protect her, essentially during the night
Yeah.
from that.
Yeah, I don't think anybody got enough sleep to enter REM. So.
Protected us all from sleep. It was great. Yeah.
But
I was
yeah,
pretty
so-
sure that we had decided to sleep in long enough to get the long rest while
Yes.
Johan was watching over us, and
Yes.
then haul ass across the world to Ravenloft.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because once you guys had the horses, you realized that it wouldn't take you especially long to get there. Okay. I don't think we missed anything else. I think that pretty much... I would say Rahadin, when he was speaking with you, did seem to have some inside knowledge of your families or close friends
Yeah.
and stuff.
He had an
Oh, yeah, that's
uncomfortable
right.
amount of knowledge about
Yeah, he
us.
talked about my mother. It's great stuff.
Yeah, he talked about my childhood friend.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I think that's pretty much it. Is there anything else? It was a long, arduous night for you guys, that's for sure. Oh my goodness, how could we forget? Johan and his grandfather, or at least his companion spirit, also happened. I don't No, I don't think he really. I don't remember him speaking to the rest of you about that. But I think you probably would have seen at least a spirit of some form working with him when he was fighting at the front of the castle that looked similar to him but older and not nearly so fearsome as many of his other familiars had looked in the past. So that was also something that happened last session.
I think we heard him talking to it as well. I think he called out to it and said grandfather
He might have.
at one point.
He probably would have. I don't know for sure. I know
Although
that...
we were bleary with sleep, so we
yeah.
may have missed a in character.
I think that covers everything. I have the session recorded, so we can always review if we need to.
Perfect.
Okay.
Flawless.
I thought we killed Strahd too. Wasn't he dead?
Oh,
Yeah, thought so.
You know, maybe we can look into that.
I wouldn't stop him.
Okay. The question that I have for you gentlemen tonight, I think it could has the potential to be simple or complicated. Should immortality be allowed?
I would say yeah. I mean, my deity is immortal, and I don't evidently have a problem with that.
Okay. Some people might draw
no.
a line with deities. So, okay.
No. Rhaegar
think
would say
that-
no.
Johan would say that a person should be allowed to choose the time of their own departure.
Ooh.
Okay. Scroll down to Johan. You should choose your death. Okay.
Aresis believes that immortality is left only to those of deities and gods, and that no one else should have access.
The divine.
Just out of curiosity, why do the divine deserve or be trusted with immortality?
Because they're a lot older than I, and they've been around a lot longer.
Okay. But mortals should, or, I mean, a non-divine person should not be immortal, is what I'm hearing from you.
Yeah, people who die should stay dead. Kind
And-
of comes off of last week's question a little bit, really, for me.
Mhm.
Now, when you mean dead, do you mean inanimate dead or like Johan dead?
No, like really dead. Double dead. Undeadieth of dead.
And Mace, are you in the same boat?
Yes, I'm in the same boat. I mean, Lathander knows all, and is all that is good, and he should be immortal. But anything other than the divine, no.
Okay. So a mortal being should never... It would be wrong for someone who is mortal to achieve immortality. If they didn't want to die, that would be wrong, you're saying.
Well, there have been mortals who have gained divinity and become divine beings. So it is a possibility. There are stories. So I guess I would have to disagree and say, yes, it is allowed. Because mortals have risen to godhood in the past.
Okay.
So why not?
Okay.
I would wonder, is the achievement of immortality make you a god and therefore good? Like, is your achievement of immortality the godlyhood?
Not really, but I guess would liches be considered immortal? I mean, they are, even when their bones are gone.
Mm-hmm.
They're still there, so they are immortal. But that doesn't make them good. That's for
Right.
sure.
Well,
I didn't say
it
good,
doesn't
I
make
said a
them
god.
gods either.
Right,
I wouldn't
right.
say it makes
they're
them
not
godly either.
right. They're not godly. That's correct.
This is interesting because there is a class of creatures known as the Inevitables, and one of their purposes is to prevent mortal creatures from raising into deities. And if a creature is in that on the cusp of become a deity, they will descend through the planes in order to destroy that creature, and they will recruit however many people or creatures that they need in order to assist them in that role. But the second that deification is achieved, then they will turn on all of their previous allies in order to prevent them from dethroning that new deity.
Interesting.
Hmm.
Ophira, you have yet to give an answer.
Yeah, I just like to save the best for last, obviously. I know it just takes me forever to think of a good way to put mine. Nothing should last forever. Nothing that lasts forever can stay that way with perfect morals.
Interesting.
That's the thing, though. It's like with the deity, that's different because a deity is a personification of an ideal,
And
of a
gods
mantle.
make mistakes.
True.
I think it also
But if
depends
it-
on.
The bigger you are, the bigger your mistakes have an impact. So when gods do make mistakes, it's kind of shit for everyone else.
So
Yeah.
Ophira would be just no gods or immortals in general. No, nothing of that power level should exist. Is that about right?
Not forever, at least.
Okay.
I
So,
guess if you think about it, the gods have to be immortal because if not, over time, the knowledge of their abilities and their, big forthcomings and their religion would kind of die off because people would forget, and ideally new ones would rise, right? So I think they'd
Well,
have to be immortal. So I guess you'd have to be okay with immortality for the divine.
you
But
might
they're
be
not,
okay with
though.
the clock maker theory. Just create it, set up a system in order to keep things running, and then leave.
but gods aren't immortal. They can die.
Okay. So, thank you very much for those responses. Let's start off right around pretty much where we left off. So, it's going to be about 5, 6 a.m. and the sky has brightened a little bit. I think most of you have only gone maybe have been asleep for maybe an hour or two right now. Oresis, you're probably halfway through your meditation. And Johan, you're the only person who is truly awake right now. And you've made the decision to let everyone have a full rest, given that you know that with the horses we can make it to Ravenloft for this so-called dinner. And I'll let you pick it up from there. Is there anything that you'd like to do while your friends rest?
I mean, he also needs to finish a long rest, so he's basically he's holding his book to his chest, kind of like let's say a mummy holds his crook, and just kind of closing his eyes, almost in an embrace.
Okay.
Eyes closed.
Okay. You hear the rain falling down, and you kind of, not quite in a state of meditation, but I would almost say that Your mind's probably in a state of just experiencing the presence of what you have in your arms. And you're just kind of living in that. Because I can't imagine that thinking about the past or presence is in any way, or past or future, is in any way reassuring.
No, he's pretty much entered into what I would like to think is more of a Zen state.
Okay, that makes sense. Hours pass. You hear the faint, occasional snores from your companions. Mace's legs kick out every once in a while, and you hear him say pickle.
What?
And Oresis, you come to the end of your meditation. Is there any, if you so choose, you can open your eyes and engage in any activity you want if you'd like. Or you can just continue and rest, it's up to you. There's at least another 4 hours left before your companions are ready.
Sure. I think I'm gonna get up and start trying to pull together a nice meal for everybody, but like for the road.
Okay. What do you want to make?
I'm gonna use a couple of my own rations, and I'm gonna try to add some local herbs, and if I can find a chicken or a wolf lying around that's still fresh enough, throw that in there, make a nice stew.
Okay, so you want to go outside?
Yeah,
Alright.
that's always nice.
Alright, so you head downstairs, you go outside the castle. Johann, I mean, you're awake enough to see him do this, or do you want to do anything? Or are you going to stay where you are?
He cannot leave the little protection bubble, or else it'll fail.
He cannot, or you cannot?
I cannot.
Yeah.
So Johann cannot.
Okay. I see. I'm sorry, I misunderstood what you were saying. Okay. All right.
And manifesting the spirit and that sort of thing may count as something a little bit more than light activity.
Okay.
So he'll just say, "Be careful."
I'm not going far.
Okay. Why don't once you step outside and it's bright enough that you can see around the castle, you don't notice anything immediately, but why don't you give me a roll a survival check for me, or investigation? You can go with either one. I'll accept.
Oh, thank you. What a gracious lord.
Okay. So you walk along the grounds and you stay relatively close to the castle. You have a pretty good view of the woods, and nothing much dangerous can sneak up on you right now. You're pretty close attention. You do notice that there's some rocks that are alongside the kind of crowded on top of the rubble of the castle. They're growing some lichen. You recognize as being called rock lichen that can be put into a soup. You boil it, and it's nutritious, not very tasty, but it'll do the job. You also find one wolf that is dead. It looks like it was almost drained of life. You don't really notice any obvious wounds on it, but it's definitely dead. You could definitely just cut out the meat if you wanted. You could slice up some steaks for your friends if you want to use that. And then after that, you see some plants that might be used for spices, but they're not familiar to you. So you'd have to do a survival check if you want to use those.
I'm going to stick with what I know is good. So I'm going to grab the lichen and some wolf steak. And I'm going to, once I make sure the steak's actually still fresh enough for use and not spoiled, I'm going to go ahead and start tossing together a nice stew for everyone in the morning.
All right. Go ahead and roll a survival check for me for the slicing up of the meat of the wolf and seeing if it's still good.
Oh no.
Okay. You don't notice any obvious disease. You don't notice any particular smell coming off of it. You make some steaks. You definitely aren't able to get all the meat. Like, you get about halfway through, and then you inadvertently cut into the bowels, so you get like 4 nice steaks, but the rest of the meat gets spoiled a little bit just because your knife slips in. You haven't cut many beasts on your own. You're not exactly a woodsman by trade.
That's fine. It'll stretch and stew.
Oh, yeah.
And so I take that back and I grab the lichen and start mix up in the cauldron or the big pot, what have you, and I'm gonna start cooking everything down. And I'm even gonna sprinkle, just a little bit of this and that out of my bag.
Okay. A few hours pass once you've done all of this, and it's starting to get to the point where your friends could awaken. Everyone roll a d20 for me. Well,
Just
that
straight
case.
D20?
Yeah. Everyone who's still sleeping, I should say.
Straight D20 for
Well,
Yep.
I need to roll for my wound, I guess. So
Yes, you can go ahead and also roll for your deep wounds right now. So, Fira and Rhaegar. You're
that's
rolling...
medicine check, right?
That's correct, yeah. Good.
Finally, I can actually
Rhaegar.
fight what I intended.
Just made it across the line.
Reese's is still
unfortunately,
death.
did not.
So,
Reese is
So what-
still having a bit of trouble with the hearing.
so
Some
what's,
ringing in my ears.
what's that flat
Fine.
D20 for?
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
Rhaegar, Ophira, Lokhtari, and Mace. All of you, actually. You all wake up to this aroma that immediately sets your stomachs grumbling. And it's the smell of meat and food, hot food, that feels like you haven't had in a while. You've only been away from Kresk for, I think, like just a day and a half, but you've been through so much. You've had such an exhausting night. You are hungry. And you can smell food somewhere in this castle.
And do I feel rested yet?
Everyone has had the benefits of a long rest.
Phew.
Well,
Oresis,
I get up,
you still
yo-
have the deafness condition, I believe.
Yeah.
and Johan's still awake, right?
Yes.
So I would get up and be like, do you think it's safe to travel outside this warding you've produced?
This is Barovia. And he stands up and walks out.
All right. Well, I'm gonna Toucan Sam this shit.
Follow your nose.
Follow your nose.
Perception.
You guys find Oresis downstairs, a spoon stirring a pot, clearly making dinner for you. Or breakfast, I should say. Oh, at this point, it's lunchtime, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, good morning. I made you guys lunch. We're going to have a long day's travel, and I got a feeling the dinner's not going to be edible.
We're in the kitchen. I go and I try to rummage through the pantry or cupboards, or whatever, to find dinnerware or lunchware, whatever you call it.
Roll an investigation for me.
Oh, no.
You find what you think might be chopsticks, or they might be sticks. It's a little hard to tell.
Might be rib bones.
I'm doing my best over here. Leave me alone.
Reese's, let's
I'll help
just
you
get your
out.
folding multi-tool silverware set with collapsible bowls out, guys. Come on, let's go.
Ophira remembers that spot in the castle where you were all originally attacked by those revenants, and it had some plates, some cutlery, and she goes into a back room and brings back some stuff for you guys.
No need to cry, Rhaegar. It's just lunch.
It's
I know
so
I'm beautiful.
beautiful.
But I know I am, but it's okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Anything for a friend.
I'm so hungry.
Well, eat. Everyone eat quickly. We have to get going soon. We have a dinner date.
You guys have a dinner date.
Right. I'm not sure if you're aware we all have to go. I don't know if you have to go in, though. Best to stay together.
Mace, while stuffing his face, is going to ask to see the invitation. Do you happen to have a handout, Eric, or no?
Yeah. Give me 1 second.
I didn't realize it was a paper invitation. I thought it was just verbal.
Here we go.
Can you wait, pull a guy out of my pocket? Because I don't have him.
There you go.
Ah,
Yes, see, this immediately disqualifies me, for I am no friend of his.
I think we're all considered his friends at this point.
I do not consider him my friend.
Yes, none of us do. But I think it's a loose definition where he just means like playthings, my next meal eventually. You know, it's really loose on the definition of friends. If this means friends, then we are all family, if you understand that.
While we're sitting around
I don't.
eating and Mace is reading this note, he looks around at everyone and he'll say, first, we must discuss whether we are going to go or not. We do have a choice in this.
Mace, my brother, that's true. But yesterday, when we were given this invitation, it was made very clear that if we do not show, we will disrespect the man himself, and it will cause undue terror upon this land, upon ourselves, and upon our family.
So what you're saying is basically everything that's happened to us since we came here.
Yes, but worse.
Hmm.
He'll come himself this time and not be playing around.
he seemed to have knowledge of things that he shouldn't. He threatened someone that wasn't even here. Someone that I left behind. And
We can deduce that he has great power here. But that doesn't necessarily mean he has power away from this land.
I'm not sure that's something that I'm willing to test.
I understand completely. But we do need to discuss it and vote and decide our next move.
Of course.
But let's not get Pavel killed in the matter. I vote we go.
Hey, Eric.
Yeah.
Can I roll a like a religion or a history check or whatever, or a nature check or whatever would be applicable to knowledge of hags? I want to see how long it would take them to make a new night hag,
Sure. So this
if
is
I would
actually
know that.
something that you guys rolled for in the past. And
thought it was
Have we?
Sorry. What was that?
Have we?
Yeah, like when you guys first went after the hags, and you were kind of trying to decide, oh, like, will this little girl be able to be saved? Can we actually do anything to help her? So I think Oresis and Johan and Ophira were the ones who did rolls for that. You basically realized that it would take a few days for them to recreate another hag. Now, if my memory serves, you killed 2 of them, correct?
Yeah, we killed the young one twice, I think, right?
I think you did, yeah. So
I mean, I know we've left the head chick twice. Like, we haven't killed her yet.
Morgantha,
the
yes,
opportunity.
she is still alive and kicking, as you well know.
Bane of our existence.
So
Yeah.
to answer your question, it would normally take around 3 days, probably, to create a new hag. But she has to create 2 new hags if she wants to recreate her trio. So you've set her back quite a bit.
Wait, I got a question on that.
Actually,
So she had 3. We killed 1, and then she replaced that 1, and we had 3 the last time we fought her. We only killed 1 again, right?
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, we only
got
killed
2.
one.
Oh, you only
She-
killed 1 of them. Okay.
Yeah, so she only has to make another one again,
Yes.
and we're back to square one again.
I'm not trying to make it harder on us. I'm just trying to keep it straight.
Yeah.
No, you're right though. That's why I was asking.
Yeah. So sorry. She'd have to create 1. She'd have to first find a young girl. They don't really convert.
You would imagine, I mean, logically, that it would take them a day at least to find another one. And so we've got a couple days. So
But they might already have another one, right? If they have what's her name's sister.
well, that was the girl, wasn't it?
Oh, was it?
Ah,
Yeah. That's what I thought. It was one of the girls from Bone Grinder, I thought. Oh, it was a girl from Valaki?
yeah, Valaki.
Okay, so we never ended up finding out what happened to I forget her name's sister. Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't see anybody out there other than hags and hag mamas.
So they could already have her and they could already be converting her.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
she's probably the other hag.
Yeah, maybe.
That would be a guess, anyway.
We probably
Yeah,
killed
yeah.
her.
All right. I'm just okay.
Well, Mace is abstaining from voting on where they're going next because of his history of poor decision making. So he's going to wait and listen to the others first.
Oh, you're telling me.
Rhaegar's gonna vote that we go, but that we go as quickly as possible and come back because we really do need to end this with the hags.
If
Like we
anyone
said we were
knows
going to.
Strahd, it would be Johann. Johann, what do you have to say about this? Is he even with us?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Johan will pause for a moment and he'll say, Strahd is a vengeful man. This is probably just to get information, to get into our heads, which will be used against us later. However, if we do not go, then he will use what leverage that he has. He will break his rules of, in general, leaving other things alone. And use that to torment us until he eventually gets us to the table. One way or another, he will try to bend us to his will. Submitting will end up in your ultimate distraction. If I go, I do not know if I will become a mindless beast, bent on revenge. I am still what I am. Bringing me could result in the compromise of your safety.
There's
And
also the matter of Ophira as well. And what happened last time that we came in contact with Strahd.
I understand how Ophira feels.
I don't believe you do, but go on.
I'd like to hear what she has to say.
The only way I want to be going up to that castle is to put a wooden stake through his heart.
It sounds to me like we really don't have much of a choice in the matter. But we also have to keep in mind that we don't want to fight this beast on his own turf, where he is the strongest. If we go, we have to keep our wits about us and try to learn as much about him as he's trying to learn about us. We would have no chance there. We have to pick our battles. Don't you understand?
Absolutely. I agree. It's
I also-
reconnaissance.
Ophira, I want to see him dead just as much as you do. Well, maybe not quite as much as you do. The hatred doesn't run as deep in me for him, but I don't see how we can come out of this on top. We have to use our wits and be smarter. I don't think he thinks that anyone is smarter than him. But if we put our heads together, I think we can figure some things out. But that is only my humble opinion.
All I know is that we need some sort of a plan if we are going to do this. I'm not so good with that sort of thing. I defer to you, my companions, in that matter. I will support you as best I can. I was always more suited to battle than planning.
The note says that we will have safe passage. Johann, is he good for his word? Does he do what he says at least?
Yes.
So we can believe that we will have a safe trip. At least we can discuss it more on the way and come up with some kind of a plan.
I'd also like to point out that he's been able to get us where we're at, so I don't really think we have much of a choice in the matter.
Exactly.
I believe that if he wanted to kill us, then he could have at any time. And I think that by ignoring him and not going, that we risk angering him to the point where he may just kill us out of spite and end this so-called game that he's playing with us and end any chance that we might have at figuring out a way to somehow end his reign of terror over this place. If we can somehow learn something more about him by going there, then I think that that's our best option. Or our only option.
And I agree. I will go.
I believe that is a majority.
Do we bring Johann or have him stay back?
We all need to go.
I don't think he'll allow it.
Is there any way that Johann could stay back, but we could somehow maintain contact with him? Like, could he send maybe his spirit with us? That we could maintain contact with him in some way. So if we needed him, he could come, but he wouldn't have to physically be there himself.
I don't think it's wise to split. Strahd knows he's with us. He's going to expect him to be there in person. He'll be able to see through any kind of tricks we try. I understand we don't want to do it, but don't think there's really a choice here, Johann.
I'm just worried that Johann won't be able to control himself and that he will become a danger to us.
It's a risk, but I have to trust Johann to be able to control himself.
I would like to.
Ophira, do you think you could stay your vengeance for one night?
I can try.
Can I roll an insight? Seven.
I mean, she isn't lying. She can really only try.
That is
I just
all
wanted to
we
know if
all
she
can
was
do.
being sincere or not.
Regardless, that insight roll.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
About how long of a travel is it to Castle Ravenloft from where we're at, Eric? Yeah, the cart. Horses in the cart.
Oh, damn. Quick.
Okay, so it's about noon now, you say? Okay.
And so what I'm saying, we don't have to go through it. We just have to go by it.
Yeah, we definitely have to go around, I would say.
It looks like the road runs right by the front gate, so as long as we're not stopping.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's fine because we're in a cart. We should be fine. I have no problem with that. The people who are wanted criminals might. It's not that they never saw me. I was on Valaki's side.
As we begin the travel, Johann will unsummon his awakened grimoire and cause it to vanish. He does not intend to let Strahd see his grandfather and examine him in detail.
Let's ride.
Yeah.
Songbird.
For some reason, anytime someone says "Let's ride," it reminds me of a Hamilton soundtrack,
Yeah.
specifically "Meet Me Inside."
It was a great play. Barovia.
Barovia, or like terrible place. Haha. Looks like it's forests all the way to the castle for the most part.
Johann will direct the cart around them.
Question. That light is still on us, right? Shining on us all the time. Okay. Okay. That's, I just imagine like a beacon of light just following us everywhere we go.
Johann doesn't know anything about you guys going to Kresk, so he was never there. That was Strahd, so.
No need to fear. Wonder Dog is here, and we go by.
Nod to them. We'll kind of try to hear what they're saying. Okay.
Perceiving some things.
Say, yeah, that they know us. They are from Balaki. They speak of the new burgomaster and how she wishes to dispose of us.
What were they carrying? And they said they were heading to Kresk. Can I insight that to see if they're telling the truth? 12. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, and there's nobody at the castle right now to guard it, right? Well, the dragon bones. Yeah. Alright, well, whatever. I think they're going to Kresk, so I have no reason to believe that they're not.
We don't hear anything either. Like no sounds of like people moving carts or, a blacksmith or anything. Huh. No smoke from chimneys or anything?
Take the cart around to the other side. I want to check this out.
Okay.
I'm gonna hop off.
Careful,
And I'm gonna...
Ophira. We'll meet you on the other side.
Can I open these doors or no? Okay. I open them up.
Huh.
That's not a good sign.
Yeah, I don't like this at all. All it's missing is the.
No, I just had it still on advantage.
Because she's off.
Right. If I can still figure my way around, I want to go to... Definitely not looking through my bio and info right now. Irwin's Bar. So, does this still count as my favored terrain, or is this now city? Forest. Okay, so I can move stealthily and still move at a normal pace. Yes. Well, I can move stealthily at a normal pace. All right. All right. Quietly try and get in the bar. Yes, that's what I have a dagger for. No notes, nothing. What role is it to figure out how long this place has been abandoned? Alright. Well, I'm gonna make my way out of this town of ghosts now. Back to my party.
I'm still playing with those chopsticks I found in the kitchen. They may be. I'm gonna snap a fly out of the air like Mr. Miyagi. Going for it. Attack or like just attack, I guess, or. I eat it.
You're weird.
He's doing this every so often. Yeah, for Ophira. Or anybody that he knows in the city. His daughter. Free. You need us to open the door. Let us know. So it's locked from the outside, right? Could we have locked the door before she left? Before we left, behind her, sort of thing? Is that something we could have done?
I don't think we would have.
I mean, does it look like I could reasonably climb over? I'm guessing it's super overgrown. So just using that foliage to her advantage. Straight up, slides down the other side.
Hit the ground with the bowl.
Yes. Roll when you hit the ground to disperse energy. And also looks super cool.
And then says, I don't need your help.
Don't put words in my mouth.
What did you see, Ophira?
Let's get away from here first.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Hey. So we're like right here at this point. Ooh, let's look at this map real quick. Once we get moving out of sight of the city is when she'll start talking. It's strange. No one around, no water, overgrown like it's been abandoned for years. Best guess, empty maybe 3 or 4 days, 2 or 3 days, I can't tell.
Wow.
That's where we left Irina.
Just filled with black flowers.
Don't know what that could mean.
And I know that's where we left her, but there is no one left. that I could see. Didn't exactly have time to go through every house, but
I suppose the priest did not get the hallowed ground restored.
I don't know what this is. If Strahd wanted to destroy this town, he wouldn't leave an empty town full of plants.
Flowers.
Should we go back and investigate further?
No. They clearly wanted to keep something in.
The door open in case you needed to run back out. So whatever it is no longer contained.
And I suppose we will find out what happened sooner or later, one way or another.
Johann will use one of his third level spell slots to send a sending message to the group that they left on the road. He will say, the gates of Valaki are open. The one who took the lead in being the bravest. She knows she needs to book it. She knows she needs to book it at least. She wants to survive.
If it's not the vampires or the werewolves, it's the black flowers, apparently. Oh, good.
What did I miss? I heard Johann get called an idiot.
Yep. I'm
I'm
happy to
all
know the
for-
name.
I'm all for going back there and spending as much time as you all want investigating this town. Yes, because that means we're not going to Castle Ravenloft. Rather die by flowers than by him.
We're gonna keep on moving.
Son of a bitch again.
Ah.
What is happening?
I sound like a fire alarm.
I heard him say, "Oh shit!" So
I regret buying good headphones. I'd love to not go to Castle Ravenloft, so if you could just, like, all die fighting a plant beast in Balaki, that'd be great.
Oh, let's keep going. I'm for getting the hell out of Dodge.
We should get this over with. The sooner we get there, the sooner we can leave.
I don't want to be there at night.
We're gonna
We don't have to.
Absolutely not.
We are going to be there at night.
Well,
And I doubt he'd let us.
That's not happening.
Stay for only an hour.
bone grinder.
No. I think the only real option would be Barovia. The town, obviously.
I think we'd be
Yeah.
safer at bone grinder.
Let's not stay there. I think that's further away, technically. Oh god. So that's 8 hexes away.
Yes. That will not happen again. The battery is out of that son of a bitch.
Is that
Stop
I thought
vaping
the
so
battery
much,
out.
Don. Jeez.
I guess. I've never seen it go off like that because of it. That's twice in a row now. And my apologies.
Okay, so it's technically closer, but consider, do you want to stay there?
I mean, we have the deed for it, don't we?
No.
So we can ask him. We can prevent him entry. He's a vampire. No, it's just me and Eric. Or I mean, it's just me and Ken talking.
Yeah, it's bullshitting.
We're going to the castle, right? But where?
Yeah.
I mean, that's,
Yeah,
that's
that's
what the
happening.
plan was.
Yeah, we're just trying to decide where we're going after that.
Correct.
Yeah.
We'll just go ahead and spend the night in one of the guest rooms in the tower, right?
Want to spend the night in that castle. I don't want to go to that castle. I don't want
If
to
we
be
were guaranteed safe passage, I don't think we have anything to worry about tonight.
Well, at least up
Safe
till we
passage
get there.
Yeah. Up until we get there.
I mean, we gotta. You know, it's kind of wishful thinking that we think we're gonna survive this dinner. What we're
Yeah.
gonna
Why would
do
he-
after it?
Why would he go? Why would he go?
Said that he was
Theatrics?
honest. But all he guaranteed was safe passage.
Right,
Yeah.
safe passage to there. So we're gonna
Why?
see what
Why
happens.
Why would he go to the theatrics? He could kill us wherever we're at.
because he's bored.
Yeah.
Not his game.
My point is, we've got two people or creatures going that are kind of wild cards. We don't know what the hell they're gonna do.
And look,
So
Strahd has basically made Ophira his plaything this whole time she's been back. Now you're just asking her to just go to his doorstep.
That's what I'm worried about.
Let's see what happens. Let's see how it plays out.
All right, we're gonna go in half cocked. No plan. Let's do
Plan
it.
is to survive. There you
The
go.
plan is The plan is there is no plan, and let and survive.
This is a recon mission, people.
It really is. Let's do it. Into the belly of the beast.
Down the winding road we go.
The long and winding
Do we ever say
road.
who is driving the carriage, by the way?
Mace, right?
Johan's driving the
Johann.
carriage.
Johann.
Oh, Johan?
Yeah, because he has land vehicle proficiency.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
No.
I want to look at it, at least, as
And
we
he
pass
just
by.
glanced over that way. Can I,
Do you guys just
the
want
la-
to go look at it?
the last
Like, just in case?
No.
He didn't want to be late, but he will ask his grandfather if he could look at the windmill to see. Because the last time that he was there, it was, the hags were there, and the hags are still on his mind. $300. We're gonna continue, but we're gonna be going at quarter pace.
I mean, if he can reach the bone grinder with 300 feet, I'm just saying I could shoot some flaming arrows at it. I have a longbow.
So he kind of summons his book into his hand, and he says, "Grandfather," but he's whispering now. And it just kind of summons the spirit, and he'll say, "Could you please look at the wind and see what inhabits it? If you don't." Correct. So he actually emits a dim light in a 10-foot radius. Thoughts manifesting if ever more than 300 feet away from you. I'll be, kind of. 'Cause I think I can see through his eyes as well. So I'm gonna have to hand the reins over to someone else while I focus on this. Okay. Your grandfather would respond to that because that's his daughter. Oh, no, I got you. Yeah, because it would have had to have been because that's right because it was Johan's grandfather that he grew up with. That's right. But, I mean, he would have known. Did he? No, did he survive that long to where Johan got married? At least from when she was little. Right. Hmm. He giving assistance on that? Giving assistance on the spirit? Seeing through illusions. That's another Catholic. casting. He's casting sending to his wife, and um, he's. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Okay. Okay. So I'm trying to look for his wife's name in his background. But yeah, it's gonna probably be in the pin stuff between us. I don't want to delay things too long. The children's names. Amelia. So he'll say, Amelia, is that you? Are you hungry? And he'll look for her through his grandfather's eyes. He's looking at this woman to see if there's any recognition. Yeah, I mean, yeah. He I'm going to have to roll a wisdom save on this because he fails. He gets off. He says, I will catch up. Yeah.
190.
So that means Strahd couldn't have more than that, right?
I don't think Strahd has more hit points than a Tarask, no. Glad you heard
Welcome back.
Glad you heard the tail end of that conversation. Oh boy.
Put a stake in him.
Whoever had the reins, Johann steps off the carriage and he begins walking towards the windmill.
Crap.
I guess
So
it's-
I would imagine Mace would have been up beside him
I mean,
at
I
the
was-
front of the cart.
I was probably navigating so we could get my ranger stuff.
Oh.
So I'd also be there as well. We
I
don't
guess it's
have,
Baba Yaga time.
we don't have time for this. I'm gonna say not.
I would tell the group, well, we know we had to take care of the hags, and he seems like he's possessed. Maybe this is the right time.
I actually pull on the reins and stop the cart and turn and look at him. And I look at the rest of the group and shrug my shoulders. I'm like, what the hell do we do?
Finish what we started weeks ago.
Johann will look over his shoulder and he'll say, "This doesn't concern you. You have a promise to keep."
So do I go? Not
Goodbye.
talking to Johann, talking to the rest.
Go.
All right, I'll give the reins a little snap and start the horses back on their way.
I don't. I
What
would tell
happened?
Mace, I'd be like, this is not right. We can't leave him.
Yeah, I don't know why you listen to me.
Like, I wouldn't be okay with
I'm
that. I'd be like,
chaotic neutral, and he is an undead, my enemy. I'm gonna let him throw himself at other enemies of mine
Well,
because then it deals with itself.
I would say that to
What?
Mace. I'd be like, we are stronger with him, and we need to take her out anyways. Just sacrificing him to her doesn't. It's not only immoral, but we're losing a strength of one. Let's just go deal with the problem we know we have to deal with at some point.
all right. All right. So I'm going to pull on the left side of the reins and turn the cart around.
Why don't we leave the cart and just go? Like we're gonna creak up in the cart, like
Well,
dinner bell.
I think he just wants to catch up to where Johann is.
yeah, basically, and I want to have it kind of close at hand if we have to make a quick getaway, because that is our fastest way to get the hell out of there if we
Yeah,
need to.
Also, I don't want to leave the cart unguarded.
I don't know if we're going to have a choice. We will catch up to Johann in the cart, and then we will probably park it. Show me on the map exactly where we're at with the ping.
I believe it's right where my token is. Right below it.
Okay. And this is Bone Grinder here. All right.
This map is so big.
Yeah, it is big. I just pull it off the side after we catch up to him and look at everybody else and like, what do we do with the cart?
Hide it as best we can and go to the windmill.
I will be of little use in a fight with them. I'll stay with the cart here.
Right?
Oh, yes.
Mace is like, F him, let's go.
Okay.
Well, assume they're all running off. I'm staying with the cart. So I'm probably just doing that.
I mean, Johan's there, right? Johan's in the lead, so. He does pretty much the same. And he says, I'm sorry. I was so wrong to yell at you when I left. I did not know how you were suffering. Yeah, just to see if he can figure out what that might mean, as far as her physicality. Is she. Rations? Does anyone have any rations?
Aren't those people pies?
He says that out loud. I'm sure he does.
Yeah, and I pull out our ration, but this is not. Yeah. Well,
She's
I
been cursed.
know.
I pull out the Amulet of Ravenkind and I cast the sunlight spell around us, catching her.
He's not hurting you. He's trying to see if you're a vampire. I know, it's ridiculous, isn't it?
Okay.
So, so he'll say this light harms vampires if they get close. It is his magic. He is a priest.
Now I will put it back away, and that expends one charge.
I've been lost. I've been lost in the woods. I am still looking for them. These individuals have a place to go to. However, I will not leave you like this. Mm. I mean, he failed his wisdom save. Um, he feels so guilty over the last moment that he saw her. The fact that she responded to the sending spell.
Uh, I walk up to Johann and I kind of try to smack him out of it. Like, bro, what are you doing?
This is my wife. I thought she was dead, but she is not.
She may not be dead, but she may be leading you into a trap.
I will fight through the trap.
Be cautious, and we're right here behind you. Come on. We go together.
I must find a way to relieve her of this curse.
Then we must destroy the hags once and for all.
I agree.
Go to Strahd. Say that is the condition.
We have time.
Is there time, Eric?
It's not fair unless you're fashionably late.
Strahd will understand.
He has
Easy
a woman he
understanding.
loves.
Easy understanding type.
He has a woman that he loves. He should understand. He will lean into her and he'll say, I do not care if you betray me. I will love you. Whatever happens. It's okay. I don't I don't mind. Do what you have to do.
Oh, I see.
They are. I realize this. They are also. That is a very tempting offer. However, I cannot eat at the moment.
Big lunch. Reese's like visibly gags.
The sisters, uh, do they come regularly? Has it been a while? That's a remarkable ability that you have learned. Would you mind showing me? Yes. Yes. We will be going back to Borovia. I'm going to visit the castle again, like in the old times, to meet with my employer. this point, you guys can hear this like creaking, grinding, and you realize that it's coming from Johann, and he's snapping the molars in the back of his mouth are cracking.
Ooh.
Johann, what do we do? She is completely in their thrall.
The Arcana check was to see if he could get some sort of glean as to how to unwind this curse / addiction. Knowing what he knows, examining the liquid. Right.
We need to destroy these hags.
We know that hags are in the area.
At the very least, this whole building needs to be destroyed.
I don't have to tell you what's at the top of this windmill.
Well, shall we go see if there's anyone that can be saved in the top of this windmill?
And what would we do with them? Bring them to Strahd.
No, not bring them to Strahd. Maybe send them towards anywhere else.
Do you think that they could walk?
I don't know. I haven't seen them.
They've been flayed alive.
Maybe we could fix them. They're kids. They deserve a chance.
And weaken yourself for this evening.
Bring Argos upstairs.
I'm going with Rhaegar. I think Oresis saw it too.
Okay. All right.
No, no kids.
Yeah, they're long gone. I don't think
They
they've been
must be
back
out.
here since we were here last.
Do we burn the place down?
Are they labeled? What do they say? I take all three of them.
Go ahead.
Mother's milk.
And I'm going to save them for later. And I'll do identify/Arcana check. All right, Rhaegar, nothing to see here.
Yeah.
Let's get back and we have dinner to get to. And then we can finish off what we've been trying to deal with since our arrival.
I say that we put this place to the torch and just burn this house of misery down.
Oh,
We tried that
absolutely.
once. Yeah. We tried fire once.
Explosions, fire, same.
I will not leave her here alone. So, if you wish me to go with you, then I'm going to take these pies with me. And I'm going to take my wife.
All right, fine. Let's go before we're late.
Must you take the pies?
She will die without them.
All
Sad
right.
reality, but it's true.
Let's go.
Yeah, we're given enough, and it seems like she's able to survive off of one of these pies a day, potentially. I'll try and put them in a. I'll try and put them in a box, and that'll keep them from at least getting terribly.
I'm going to sit as far away from that as I possibly can.
I
Leave it for now. We can always come back. They'll just be
Yeah.
rebuilt.
We can always come back. There's no sense in wasting our strength on it. I'm sure we'll need every ounce of what we have.
Sure. And she's a waif. She's a waif at the moment, so.
Holy crap.
Pies are not doing her any favors.
Me. Rigger.
Would you consider this addiction a poisoning?
Of the mind.
It just runs so deep.
She needs a psychologist, not a cleric.
You know what would actually help?
Death?
Yeah.
I'm not actually doing that. I'm just saying. Why is a dead woman in the cart with us, Johann? Yes, I am saying that. Would you like to explain why a dead woman is in the cart?
She may look like this, but she is not dead.
You told me yourself she was.
I thought she was. I betrayed the Hags when I did not bring them that little girl. I thought that they killed her in vengeance, but they have done worse.
Death may be a mercy at this point.
He just runs his hand over her hair.
Gotcha. I fear that her ailment is beyond my powers. Maybe we can find something to strengthen my powers to help heal her. I can see that it is possible, but I can't do it right now. But there is hope, Johann. Yes.
Johanna's carrying his wife.
Yeah, you got. I think you can. Only you can do that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how do you do that?
You know, actually, I like having a giant monk and paladin. So
Towering defense.
we triple cast enlarge on Rhaegar.
Johan's
No
making
one
his man.
meets us at the door.
Johan will use a mage hand to push the door open.
Probably a big.
Well,
Is
to
there a door
knock
knocker?
A knocker, yeah, to knock the door.
Here we go. Oh man. The connected. Ah, shit.
I am trying not to jump off the drawbridge right now.
That's what you want to hear the DM say. Oh dear.
Yeah. And Johan's not going to know anything about this place other than, like this area right here. This is probably as far as he's gotten.
I thought you used to work for him. Shit, I was kind of counting on that you would like kind of have some inside knowledge about
No,
what
I
this
mean,
place
he'd
gonna look
deliver
like.
his reports to Rahadan probably, and then leave.
Far more pleasant than being here. I'm still laughing at my own dumb joke. I swear you hear screaming. Sorry, that's me on the inside.
Lovely.
Taste for Master Strahd. Actually, she's very hungry. You are an, if I remember correctly, immaculate host. If it would be no trouble for the master, surely not so that she could enjoy the food. I'm sure that it would be no problem for him at all to make it to where she would be able to. And Johann kind of looks back over his shoulder at the others, gives them a meaningful look, like he's trying to be crafty.
Can I take?
And
Ow.
Johann will come in. He's burdened with his wife, but he will bow his head to Strahd, and respectfully, not in worship. I'm afraid at the moment that she's not capable of enjoying your feast. Um, she's been she's been cursed, however. If, as the master of this table, that was alleviated, we would be very grateful.
That's long. Not long ago. Um,
Hmm.
We're glad to be of entertainment.
I want.
Johann says that we are glad to be of entertainment.
Uh, Reese's will start eating,
No.
but
Um.
only after a perception check or investigation of the
Well.
food.
Well. Mace will actually take a seat, and he will put his hands up and interlock his fingers, and he will
Oh,
start
no.
to say a prayer of blessing over the food. And say, "Oh, Lathander, please, glorious Lord of the morning, bless this food that we are about to partake."
Don't know him.
all the food becomes garlic.
Everything. I don't trust it. I just want to make sure it's not like blood, and I just want to make sure that it's like real food, not poison. Like I don't want to die today.
He's hyperventilating at the table.
You are welcome, Count. Maybe someday I will be able to show you the light.
Frenemies, frenemies. Oh.
So I have to see how well I'm doing. I'm not doing very well at hiding that I don't want to be here.
It,
I pretty much am, well, I'm sitting, but like I look like I'm about to get up. That's how I'm sitting, and I just holding this knife like it's a weapon, and I'm about to throw it.
And shaking. Shaking involuntarily.
Johan's looking to see if there's anything at all, just for curiosity's sake, that piques his interest at this table. Yeah, like, he is undead, so... Yeah, it may be even not food, but something else that would have been provided that was designed for him.
Blood, your companions.
Carafe?
Stein.
Stein. I think a carafe would actually be better. Or decanter.
Yeah, he does. Potentially. It would be a magical sense. It would have to be magical because he obviously, the physical parts do not work any longer. Might be tempting, that might lead him to a darker path and that sort of thing. That kind of seems to me along the lines of what do other sentient undead consume? Vampires, it is blood, but
They're the only thing. Yeah, I think yeah. Aside from vampires, I think liches are the only technical sentient undead that consume anything.
Okay.
Liches being souls and vampires being blood. What was my favorite food? No way he can provide that, so.
Wow, that must have been a long time ago.
Because if
What
he
was
even
mine?
tried,
Ah,
if he had
I
even
was apple.
tried,
I was apple pie, wasn't I?
cheese balls.
Wait, I asked for cheese balls?
God had even tried to do
Totally did.
I would have started attacking. Would have
Oh
gone
boy.
straight across that table and then gotten killed by 3 vampires.
Damn it! I knew we were gonna stop here. Son of a bitch.
Yeah. No, but I'm pretty tired, and I think Don needs to talk to me about stuff. So, or old man, someone. Gertrude's been here for years. Yay! I don't have any friends.
Very stressful. I just I don't know, man. It's pretty cool. I gotta say, good job, Eric.
I'm totally gonna eat that apple pie, by the way.
I'm definitely eating nothing.
Um, I'm just thinking, you know, Johan might put a couple things in his mouth just to be curious. Yeah, or yeah,
I
when he
already know.
remembers.
I already know exactly what my response is going to be if someone tells me to eat. I would rather slit my own throat.
Eric,
Alright.
can you hang around for a few minutes?
Thanks, guys.
I'd like to get your input on a couple things.
Right?
Thanks,
Good
guys.
night, guys.
Right.